Hundreds of Saudi enemy troops, including Saudi commanders and officers, were killed or wounded. A large number of depots and pieces of equipment belonging to Saudi enemy concentrations were set ablaze and destroyed. We warn the Saudi regime against the dangers of escalating the situation. Any comprehensive escalation will be met with a comprehensive escalation.
Houthis have made fresh claims about their operations against Saudi forces and shipping. The Houthis say they have imposed 3 new equations against Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia faces fresh pressure as the Houthis claim heavy losses among its forces. The Houthis claim Saudi gunboats were sunk and dozens of oil vessels were forced to turn back. The Red Sea crisis deepens as the Houthis claim a major blockade of Saudi-linked shipping.
O'Day, the Yemeni armed forces possess the strength to dictate the terms of engagement. With God's help, they have successfully established 3 such equations. The first is blockade for blockade, wherein we have imposed a tight siege on the enemy, preventing the passage of even a single ship. The second is striking Saudi troop concentrations wherever they are located. The third is protecting Yemen's sovereignty and countering any enemy incursions. In implementation of the blockade for blockade equation, and in the period between the announcement of the ban on maritime navigation for Saudi enemy on July 20th and the present day, August 19th, the Yemeni armed forces have successfully targeted 8 Saudi oil tankers, 5 in the Red Sea and 3 in the Gulf of Aden and the Arabian Sea. Additionally, 48 Saudi oil tankers were prevented from passing and forced to turn back. 34 were blocked in the Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean, and 14 were blocked in the Red Sea. As part of the response to Saudi aggression against Sana'a Airport and the port of Hodeidah, and to enforce the equation protecting Yemeni sovereignty against airspace violations, particularly over the Sada and Hajj governorates, the Yemeni armed forces carried out 9 military operations. These targeted Yanbu, Nadran, Jizan, Aba, and oil supply infrastructure in the eastern province. Furthermore, to enforce the equation of targeting Saudi troop concentrations wherever they exist, the armed forces conducted 14 military operations. These targeted Saudi enemy concentrations in Al-Rawaiq, Al-Abyar, Al-Wadiya, Marib, and Al-Mukha, as well as enemy ships and boats transporting equipment and troops. The results of these operations included the following. Hundreds of Saudi enemy troops, including Saudi commanders and officers, were killed or wounded. A large number of depots and pieces of equipment belonging to Saudi enemy concentrations were set ablaze and destroyed. 2 military landing vessels transporting Saudi weapons and troop reinforcements in Al-Mukha were set ablaze and sunk. More than 10 gunboats belonging to Saudi-led forces, which have been engaging in acts of piracy, banditry, and looting in the Red Sea under Saudi direction, were set ablaze and sunk. We warn the Saudi regime against the dangers of escalating the situation. Any comprehensive escalation will be met with a comprehensive escalation. The Saudi regime has no choice but to lift the blockade and implement the agreed-upon terms. Lifting the blockade, ending the aggression, paying salaries, withdrawing occupying forces, and leaving the Yemeni people's wealth to the people themselves. We advise our misled fellow countrymen to return and leave the enemy camps. They are Yemenis, and we do not wish to target them or see them become casualties.
Upgrade your news experience with the all-new HT app. Download now.